Now let's go ahead and take a look at the image effects. So for image effects, basically what it's going to do is create a screen effect, and it's going to be something that just simply applies across the whole screen in the game that you're working on. As you can see, we'll go full screen here so you can see this. So it's just going to apply some really neat effects that'll kind of change the look and feel of your game pretty quick. If you go into image effects, and you go over to the properties for the effects, you'll notice that you have the option to turn it on and off just as a whole if you don't want to see it. The show in editor mode, if this is off when you're not in this properties, then it'll just be like this for it. When you do go into the property though and you click on this one, it's always going to be showing active so you can see the different types. There's about 185 different ones, and I would just encourage you just kind of click through each one, go through them, check them out. The one thing to take note of is this is a white background, so you may want to put like a sky or an image or something to get the full effect of what can happen with it. As an example here, if we were to go to our background layer, we'll just drop in the sky here, and then let's go to the foreground layer, and actually while we're here, I'll go ahead and just place a character in the scene and put a couple of objects around. Okay, so then if we go back to the image effects and back to our settings for it, so just going through these real quick, just so you can see visually right here, you can kind of get an idea of what's available. There are a lot of fun tiles. All of these, the properties are all available eventually. Nothing is available to us right now, but we try to keep it simple enough that you can at least just go through a slider and be able to get a good effect from it. Alright. So as you can see, you can go through quite a lot of different ones. And the good part is, though, for instance here, we'll set it, I actually set it up with this one right here. We'll say that on enter, it'll do this, and then on exit, we'll turn it off right here. Okay, and then what we can do, based on this one, let's make sure our trigger is actually set for on and player. How about we place this on top of the bomb, and that way when the player walks over to it, and we'll do it just as a basic from here, but you could even do it where it's enabled and then it actually disables so that the player doesn't have to walk off of it. But if we were to do this and the bomb blew up, it kind of makes it feel like the screen all of a sudden was part of that event right there. Alright, so fun little shapes, fun image effects that can actually go onto the screen. You can add multiple of them, so if you want to have one for that effect, but then you wanted to have a screen effect right here that stays on, then you could place that into the scene as well. And I don't remember if this was set for on start or not. We might have to change it to the on start. Yeah, we'll do it on start here. So we'll do player target, and then we'll say on enable and at start if we want to do it that way as well. So then we'll have it where when it starts up, the player will be able to use it. And then you can combine multiple effects on top of each other. You may find some are better than others when they actually wind up having things happen to them. But yep, you can do it that way. And again, I would just encourage you to just kind of spend a few minutes and go through them and get a feel for it so you know that what's available to you, and just be able to have that chance just to say, okay, I can use this, and drop it in there and use it.